Last 18 hours. What's it been like for you?
I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm in disbelief. It's been a great day. It's been from the time I got that phone call, from the time for the beginning of the draft. It was crazy, nerve wracking, but a true blessing and a great opportunity for me and my family to just be here. So it's great.
Jalon, it seemed like throughout this process, there was a wide range of areas where you were projected to go. What was your thought when the Falcons were the team on the phone?
Hey, I was stoked. I was ready to work. I mean, it was a great opportunity for me, and like you said, there was this, that, and third, and I really didn't feed into it because it is what it is. But I'm just happy to be here.
What was your reaction when you found out the news that the Falcons had traded back into the first round and picked up James Pierce Jr.?
So I didn't know. I was doing like media and all the rest of these things, and then I'm driving to Charlotte, and I looked at my phone and I'm like, what? James Pierce is Atlanta Falcon? It was pretty special. We have a connection of just being from North Carolina and being maybe 40 minutes apart, and of course playing against him when he was at Tennessee as well.
So you were driving to Charlotte like this is last night.
Yes.
Last night.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wow.
Not driving yourself, hopefully.
Oh yeah, I was perfectly fine. I was perfectly fine.
What was that plane ride like, getting to know him a little bit better, you guys both being from the show?
It was, we were just, catching up. We've both been busy, and of course, we caught up at the combine, and then, of course, sitting there on the plane, just picking his brain, because, I didn't really get the opportunity to sit around him much just because we play against each other, but he's a great guy, and, I'm excited to work with him.
We heard Raheem Morris last night, talk about your versatility. It's clear that he's excited to add that to the defense. You have called yourself a chess piece. What are you bringing, and how is that versatility going to help this defense?
Yeah, I'm here to be that piece. If they want me there, I'll be there. If they want me here, I'll be there. I'm just excited for the game plan to see what we're going to work with.
What's the most important thing that Georgia's program and Glenn Schumann has taught you that you think will translate over for the Falcons?
The whole program, they taught me how to work. I knew how to have a consistent work and grind before high school, but being at Georgia, you got to work hard. And if you work hard, you're going to be successful. And just keeping that mentality of being able to be determined and work hard should excel my career to the next level.
Having another former Bulldog in Leonard Floyd here in Atlanta, how excited are you to really get to work with him?
It's great. I mean, I'm just excited to be here. I mean, I'm excited to be with everybody in the locker room, especially, of course, we got a couple dogs on the roster, himself, and then, of course, Charlie Warner as well. So it's a little homecoming.
Jalon, you seem to have a really wonderful family around you. Just what's all of their support meant to you throughout, even before Georgia, and just through all this?
It means a lot, my dad being a coach himself, my mom being a coach's wife, and, having her career as well. Our schedules are hectic. It was his schedule and then my schedule and, of course, my younger brother's schedule as well. But they still find a way to come support, regardless if it's my aunts, uncles, cousins, somebody's always there for support, and I appreciate them so much for taking the time and for being there for me and my younger brother.
You spoke yesterday about Micah Parsons being a mentor-type person and helped you in your career. Did he reach out to you yesterday, and also did any Falcons veterans reach out to you?
Yeah, Micah, we haven't spoke yet, but we'll probably link up or talk about it later on. But yes, Micah is a great asset for me. Being the person he is as a hard worker, being a great player, a great person. Most definitely a great person, and just giving me advice during just the whole process, the whole combine, pre-draft process, all that, and of course just being that role model and that older brother role for me as well, just to make sure I'm all right. And of course, I got a text earlier from AJ, so it's pretty cool just to see that, and it's good to be welcomed in.
Raheem was reluctant to make too big a deal about having you in the same sentence with Micah, because that's a lot to put on a guy. Do you worry about trying to set that kind of standard for yourself?
Not at all. My standards are high for myself. That's just what I pride on. But, me and Micah are two separate people. Micah is Micah, but I am Jalon Walker myself. And I do emulate him in some ways of, just versatility in game. But I do think I have a different niche to myself.
Jalon, there's forever been a contingent of people who are convinced the Falcons were never gonna draft a Georgia guy early in the draft. Is that something from your position that you were ever aware of? Is that something that you heard?
I mean, if it was, it was. I mean, I'm here now. So, it's just an opportunity, a great blessing to have to be here. So.
James said last night that he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder because the talk coming in was that there were some teams that were concerned about his commitment to football. I wonder if, in your short time that you spent together today, if you got any sense of that he feels like he's got something to prove.
James he's on a mission. We're all on a mission, and we are here today because we have a mission. We have a pride about how we perform and how we go about things. And my goal for me and James is just to keep pushing each other to the best ability we can.
Do you feel like you guys kind of compliment each other as far as what you can do, on the field?
Yeah, if I'm left, he's going to be right. And if he's right, he's going to be left. Or vice versa. If I'm back, he's going to be on the line. I feel like our games do complement each other. It's just a different way that we play, but we do play it at a high level.
I want to say Terry mentioned last night that when they had the event out here, that it was you and him kind of just chatting the whole time. What do you recall about that?
Yeah, we were the local day. That was last week. Came out and it was great. It was just an opportunity for him just to talk and get to know each other a little bit more and just recap. And he's telling me about the new upgrades coming around to the building. Got to meet his son, things like that. It was really informal, but it was a great conversation that I had with him.
What do you feel like you maybe learned about him at that time?
He's very smart to begin with, but he is someone that the Falcons organization is gladly to have. He is on a mission, and he is setting things up to put this program on the rise.
What are you most excited about?
Hey, I'm just taking it day by day. I was excited just to put the hat on yesterday. I'm excited to be in the building today, and I'm excited just to get to work. It's coming fast, but I'm always ready.
Is there anyone on the team you particularly can't wait to learn from or pick their brain?
Really, everyone. Just because I've been in the locker room with different players and with different backgrounds, and it's something that I'm coming into and just seeing what they say with some advice, just listening and hearing them out. Just trying to make myself a great welcome.
What kind of asset are you in the locker room then? Are you more of an observer or vocal?
I say both. Of course, being at Georgia, I was that leader for that team, with plenty of other guys. But there's certain ways you lead. Certain guys lead in certain ways, and I feel like I have the mix both of being able to observe, because if you can talk to some guy some way, you could talk to another guy another way, just because if you observe and see how they react to some things, it's how you can boost the relationship within the system.
Did they pick both of you guys up in Charlotte today?
Yes.
You talked about Jeff Ulbrich being a visionary back at Pro Day. Now that you're here in the building, what does that vision look like for you?
Yeah, exciting work. That's all it is. I'm excited to be here. They're excited just to, be a part of my journey, and I'm happy to be there for them. It's just going to be a road that we'll just have to see.
Anything else? Awesome, thanks guys.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.